Huzur Sayyid Munir Idlibi Sahib from Syria.
Idlibi, Adilbi.
Adilbi.
Idlibi or Adilbi?
I know him as Idlibi.
Huh?
I know him as Idlibi myself.
I thought he pronounced his own name as Adilbi. I don't know. We'll find out. Please.
He says that his 5-year-old son, whose name is Muradullah Idlibi or Adlibi, whatever, he has asked certain questions to be presented in this meeting. The first question he says is that why did Hazrat Ibrahim al-Islam break the idols? He thinks that he should have invited the people to the worship of Allah without breaking them.
Yes. This is the first question.
Yes.
The fact is, why is he saying that the breaking of idol is bad? Were not the idols in Khana Kaaba broken? So, the basic issue is why he considers the breaking of the idol as a bad thing. The fact is that if a place is built for the sake of God originally, then the placing of idols there is illegal. That is the answer to this breaking of the idols in Khana Kaaba at the time of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The place was built not for the idols. They were intruders. They had entered a house where they had no right to enter. So the original building of Khana Kaaba, rebuilding of Khana Kaaba from its remnants, proves that the act of Ahmad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam of breaking the idol is absolutely right and within the realm of justice. Now the question arises, why did Ibrahim do it? Abraham did that to prove the point to them that your claim that the idols have anything to do with God is wrong. It was by way of an argument, not as a protest against idols themselves, not as an act of insult against the idols. He was given special wisdom by Allah, and he used to create wonderful arguments out of that wisdom, which had a practical nature as well. His link with a theoretical argument and the practical things as appear in nature is very pronounced. This is a habit or a style of argumentation which is unique in Abraham and in no other prophets of Allah. For that you should bring to mind his debate with the idol worshippers, the worshippers of sun and moon and stars. He knew of course he knew very well that they are just figures with no godly character, with themselves are commanded by God's decree. This he knew. Yet at the beginning of the argument he says, are the stars my creator, or are the stars the gods whom we should worship? And when the stars set, the debate was still going on. And before the star, either it was 3 days and 3 nights as some people say, or the debate was over within one night. If it became over in one night, then after the stars he saw moon appearing, and the stars being faded out by the appearance of moon. So that is one possibility. In that possibility, the moment this happened, he said, oh, these stars, They could not be a god because they have faded out. This moon could be, because it rises with such glory and it has captured the whole night. But the moon got set in the morning before the sun rose, and the sun rose in glory. He said, oh, this is the God. This is the God we were seeking. It has outshone every other thing. But the debate continued until the sun set. He said, oh, even he has set. Now the question arises, did the sun not set before the debate began? He knew it. So calling them so-called gods was just by way of an argument, not in what he thought. So this is why the gods, the so-called gods of the people, were broken by him. Not directly that he wanted to break them. He wanted to build an argument. And that is why before breaking them, he had mentioned to the people that I'm going to do something to your idols, and then you'll see what happens. And he broke them not by way of hatred. The proof of that is that the greatest among them was kept intact. It was not broken. If he had practically rebelled against the presence of idols in that form and took it in his own hand to break and destroy them, then he should have started his work with the prime idol, which he did not. So that shows that he wanted to display to them, to expose to them the folly of their belief. That was only the crux of the matter in this breaking of the idols. It was not hurting the feelings of others, it was just proving to them practically that what they believe is wrong. That was Ibrahim's way. That was his style of argumentation. So I don't think it permits others to break other idols of the idols of other people. Ibrahim lived long afterwards. He took his journey to different places through idol worshippers. He is not known to have broken even a single idol after this. If he is what he is supposed to be by the Muslim scholars in general, the breaker of the idols, they give this, they pronounce him to be the breaker of idols as his character, as though wherever he saw an idol he would break. But this is against the dictates of Allah in the Quran. Let them alone. You should not even call them by bad names. It is specifically prohibited. So the act of Ibrahim, as I told you, was an argument, a practical argument built against the people who had placed the idols in that temple. The proof that he did not do it to hurt their sensibilities as such, and he did it only because of his hatred of the idols, lies in the fact that the greatest idol was left untouched. The proof that it was not in his character to hurt the sensibility of other religious people by making it his hobby, or let's say making it his profession, to break idols wherever he found one, is the fact that after this act, throughout his life, he is not known to have broken any idol of any people. any people. Understand? Whose question was this?
Munir Sahib, sir, from Zee.
And what's the next question, please?